What is up, good people? Hope everybody's doing great. Hope everybody's doing fine, staying healthy, staying safe, all that other good stuff. This is going to be a short video for those individuals who have asked the questions of, hey man, how do you transport your kayak? How do you get it in and out of the bed of your truck? Do you use a kayak cart? And what's the best kayak cart to use out there? I know folks, when you get ready to get fishing, if you're waiting on your kayaks to come in, if you already have kayaks, you just want to be right and have the right equipment, to make things easier when you get out there on the water or before you get out in the water. Let's get to the video and hopefully I'll answer those questions that you guys have been wondering about. So when it's time for me to load, I just take the front by the handle. And just prop it up on the edge of the tailgate, just like that. Then I come around to the rear. And this particular kayak, it has molded handles in the back. So I just lift up one and then slide the kayak. Okay, once I get the kayak loaded into the bed of the truck, I'll use 2 tie-down straps to help secure it. And what I have here is 2 heavy-duty Navarro kayak fishing cam straps. I'll take this first tie-down cleat in the bed of the truck, and I'll just wrap the strap around the handle of the kayak. Just kind of loop it through twice. Go underneath. Just kind of tighten it a little bit. Now, the key to this too, you see where the handle is in relation to the tie-down cleat? You want those to be parallel. So let me go ahead and get this other side tied down, and then I'll show you what I mean. Because if you get them parallel and tied down there, it's not going to have any wiggle room. So let me get this other tie-down cleat. Over here, just kind of loop it the same as I did the other side. Go underneath. All right, so before we tighten it up too much, what I'll do is just pull the kayak back to where the handles are parallel to the cleats, and then get it tied down. And the one thing about these cam tie downs is it's hard to over tighten them. And when you're dealing with these kayaks and the type of material that they're made of, you don't want to over tighten. And I think that's the problem that most people run into when they actually use those ratchet straps. So let's go to the other side. Get it a little tight. And I just tie just a little bow over the top, and that is tight. And that kayak is not going anywhere. And the reason that I say you should have the handle parallel with the cleat, because again, it's not going to slide too much. I mean, there's going to be a little give forward and backwards when you're braking and accelerating, but again, it's not going to go anywhere. Now, if you want to be extra safe, if your bed of your truck has additional cleats, you can tie additional straps. But I've been using these 2 straps, and they've been working wonders. And I've traveled, hundreds of miles in this kayak with just these 2 straps. Another thing, once you're all buckled down and have everything tied down, make sure you got your safety flag here in the back, trailing off the back. All right, here's another question that comes into play. People ask, hey, should I take the seat off when I'm transporting it, or can I leave it on? In my opinion, I don't see any harm in leaving it on. The only thing that I will do in addition is what I'll do is just use a bungee cord, and I'll strap the seat down so it doesn't flop up. Because normally what will happen without this strap, the back will flap up. That's going to create more drag and maybe more headaches that you don't need to have. Let's get out to the water so I can actually show you guys what it looks like when I offload this off into the water. Once you get to your location, hopefully you're lucky enough to have a place that has a boat launch or a boat ramp, And in this particular case, I actually do. Now, the first time that I fished this location, I had my kayak cart with me, and I chose to work harder and not smarter. So what I did is offloaded my kayak onto the kayak cart and then rolled it down this hill to the water's edge and then offloaded the kayak into the water. It's a lot of work. So you don't necessarily have to do that, especially if you get to a location that has a boat ramp. So anytime that I get to a place that has a boat ramp, I'll back the truck down the ramp to the water's edge, and I'll get it adjusted just enough so when I take the kayak off the back, I can pull it right into the water, and I have to drag it on the concrete and get it all scratched up. Now with the strap and safety flags removed, just kind of ease the kayak out to a point where it's stable. Once it's stable, it won't float off. I'll go to the front and just kind of ease it on in the water. That kind of minimizes all the scraping and scratching that you're going to get on the concrete or the rocks. And that's pretty much a wrap. After I'm done fishing and it's time to load up, just kind of reverse the process. Pull the kayak up. Pull it up onto the bed of the truck until it's stable. Go to the rear. Pick it up by the handles. Slide it to the bed of the truck, strap it down, put the safety flag on it. Done. Now I mentioned before, when I'm transporting the kayak, the only thing that remains intact is the seat. And then I do strap the top of it down with the bungee cord, with the pedal drive, my rods, most of my fishing gear, my lures, all of that I transport in the cab of the vehicle. Okay, I'm done for the day. It's time to store it. Or if I get to the location and discover it doesn't have a boat launch to where I can back up directly to the water and offload this, then I'll have to offload the kayak onto the kayak cart and then transport it that way. And this is how I do that. I'll take the kayak cart, kind of position it in the middle of the kayak. Then I'll pull a kayak off the back until I can get it to tilt down just a little bit. Once I can get it to tilt down, I'll go ahead and slide the cart underneath, make sure it falls into the grooves. Like that, let it catch, and then I can go ahead and wheel it off the back. Just like this, and put it in whatever position I want to put it in. All right, heavy duty wilderness cart. This is the cart that I went with. I did some reviews on it. A lot of people had a lot of good things to say about this. I think this was $199 when I first bought it. If you guys are good at doing your own little DIY type projects, then have at it. But this thing has worked out great for me, and because of the whole design of this particular kayak, it fits right into the grooves. Now you do have to make some adjustments here, which are easy to make. You just turn a couple screws and slide it to whatever width that you need, and it fits perfect. It's made to fit. If you need to break this down and put on your kayak or store in your kayak while you're out fishing, the wheels pop off easily. Everything comes apart easily. So I'll go ahead and put a link in the description of the video so you can look at the dimensions, look at the pricing, and see if this is the route that you want to go. But this is the heavy duty wilderness cart. It works for me. It's been great, and I'm sure it'll be great for you. If there's something that I missed or something that I need to explain further, please drop a comment below. If you found the video helpful, don't hesitate to subscribe. As always, until next time, next video, y'all be easy.